Well, with this Young Thug stuff, they say Young stuff ain't snitch. He just told too much, which is ain't does the same thing. Well, let's see if it can be explained.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, I'm gonna be breaking down how Young Thug didn't snitch. He told a little too much. And I'm also gonna be breaking down the conspiracy of how one man is allegedly behind this entire smear campaign. Young Thug was a trending headline for weeks, with whoop-de-doo becoming the newest meme.
Well, man, head up, chin up, fuck that, nigga. If we go to prison for the rest of our life, whoop-de-doo. We go to prison, nigga, and we fight to get out this bitch.
And my DMs were flooded after his interrogation re-hit the internet. And yes, I said re-hit. It wasn't new. It dropped over a year ago. But the smear campaign would recapture one's attention. Now, why I haven't spoke on it, being paid off, being scared of Thug, all type of conspiracy theories, and truth be told, vacation for my birthday in Europe wasn't my priority.
Everybody in my about Young Thug snitching. I don't give a fuck.
But I'm back. And when my supporters ask, they shall receive. On August 27th, the blog's fire 2-hour interrogation audio leaked online, in which Thug allegedly name-dropped people. A man accused of shooting up Lil Wayne's tour bus.
Okay. This motherfucker went from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta.
A couple years ago.
This nigga was in Atlanta, and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird. This nigga fucking, man, I shot at this nigga too, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did it. They said Roscoe, but I don't want to, I ain't finna, I don't want to block, I don't want to like block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. Say no, Roscoe, that man, sure. That fool, you know, like, you shot that, bro. But I'm fucking up because every day niggas broke fucking law.
Now the clip sounds horrible, and I could easily crucify Thug like the internet has been doing for weeks, but instead I want to teach y'all how a 2-hour interview can be wiped clean off the internet, then re-released in segments without context to sway the crowd. For those too stupid to understand what I'm saying, I'm going to show you how this interview came out a year ago, and nobody had the same energy. Now, in 2023, an Atlanta-based hip-hop blog DM'd me on Instagram, attempting to sell me the untagged audio from the interrogation. It had already been posted to YouTube, and to this day, sits at only 13 and 16,000 views for parts 1 and 2. The blogger would even give his own opinion, stating Thug ain't a rat. He thought befriending 12 would help, and courts are using it to hurt him. Now, even with low views, the interrogation would still get reactions from Whack 100 and even DJ Academics. And this is where it gets interesting, because Whack 100 defended Thug.
Because he never gave him any information. He never told them. They said, well, what's blood? What's slime? Oh, you know, like a kid, you know, you play with slime. What's blood? Oh, that's just entertainment. He never said, this dude was this dude was that, this was this. He never said anything.
Man, if you talking to the police too much, you snitching. I don't care how you, what you say, how you say it, none of that.
Because he never gave him no information. Not supposed to say nothing.
Like, they asked him, yo, you heard about what happened in
Roscoe, did he do it? And Roscoe said, hell no. He said the media said everybody was saying it was Roscoe, and Roscoe did it.
Academics would react live for an hour and a half, and it would seem the more he listened, he would start to resonate with Thug and see what the police were attempting to do.
He did a bird. What's that bird noise for Birdman?
How you know it?
Cause I got your CD. See, I got your CD. Or I wouldn't call it CD because that's old school. I got iTunes, something.
You know,
I got your CD.
You know,
Bro, they're clearly playing the game with him. I think he's trying to play the game they're playing with him, but they're trying to slowly get to the point of why they want to question.
Exactly.
Now, here's the thing. You know what Thug
They're
fans
making
say?
them feel comfortable.
He's capping. He's spinning the detective trying to get info out of them. But he just admitted.
What you trying to get
Bird,
info out the
like,
detective
basically
for?
saying Bird ain't shit. But here's the thing.
They know what they know. You gonna fill in the rest.
Because he's acting like he's not cool with Birdman.
That's why they
Even
making you
Birdman
feel so
allegedly
comfortable
get
talking
line
to
that
him.
up. Him. So he is cool with Birdman. So I think he's trying to play them. Here we go.
Yeah.
Y'all say it on the song?
They got a picture of Birdman on the internet. He'll crip and blood.
Nah, he's trying to spin him. He's trying to spin him.
You can talk to us, you can not talk to us. It's totally up to you. But we would like to talk to you just so you can help sort some stuff
You
out.
see, this is why I want us people of color to be savvy with the law, man. Cause if I'm Young Thug, I say to him, I talk to you, but I ain't listen. I've talked to you. If we don't read the Miranda rights, you know what I mean. You can't use something when I'm talking about. You know the cops gonna be like, no, we gotta do. All right, never mind, we good. I'm gonna just use my right to remain silent. And since you already told me you have no charges against me, and you're not investigating me for that, I have nothing to do with that. So okay, I don't have nothing to say.
AK would pause the video to speak,
I ain't being arrested.
stating after an hour and 45 minutes he doesn't think there's any snitching going on, just Thug talking too much as he attempts to play dumb to the police.
But that's snitching, though. You telling them just
I'm gonna be
anything.
honest. So far, and I mean, there's like 14 minutes left. I don't think there's no snitching by Thug. Like he's talking too much, but it looked like he's talking to try to act like he's just an artist and like he never gangbang and all these things. He's trying
The
to
best
throw
thing
them
you
off.
could have
Obviously,
did, Thug,
not
was
throw them
say,
off because they know a little
my
bit
lawyer.
more, but
That's
they're gonna
it.
try to play the song and dance. And I don't think he snitched on nobody. I mean, did he throw Birdman under the bus a couple times? Yeah. And by the way, that's how he should do it, if you ask me, because at that time they were trying to say that him and Birdman planned that bus shoot. So if he's like, man, I don't really even fuck with Birdman like that, that probably makes a little more sense. You know what I mean?
This nigga fucking damn shot at this nigga too, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did it. They said Roscoe. I don't know. I ain't finna. What the fuck is it, man?
That's mayonnaise. Oh, mayonnaise.
Oh, mustard smell.
Oh, maybe mustard, that's fine.
Yo, Doug, tread lightly. Tread lightly.
But just knowing Roscoe, man, fuck, sure. That fool, like, you shot this man, bro. What the fucking up? Because every day niggas broke a fucking law. I don't know. The two got shot at out in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yo, Doug's a grimy nigga. His way of like talking about shit, he call everybody a bum. Oh yeah, that nigga Birdman, I don't fuck with that nigga no more. Like he throwing everybody under the bus, but he not really throwing them under the bus. He's just trying to say, well, y'all say he shoot at some shit. That nigga's a scrub.
Cool.
I ain't gonna lie, Young Thug's a troll. The last thing before I get
So even with Thug speaking on Roscoe, Slime, and everything else, AK was able to summarize it as Thug was trolling the police. A snitch narrative never came about, and even AK's comment section would praise Thug for trolling the police, not falling for their finesse, and telling them nothing but talking for hours. There was no blasting Thug as a snitch by the blogs. I never even made a video on it because nothing was there, and things would go silent for the next year, 9 months, and 6 days. So what brought it all back? The blogger who originally obtained the interrogation would state Seti Nash paid him $500 to take the Young Thug video down so he could re-release it on his channel. Seti's ties to a specific YSL member would make things even more interesting.
Yeah, it's funny because I saved a lot of them old videos like when it first came out, so we know what everybody's opinion was.
That was Seti
You know,
with the
the
dreads.
academics, Whack 100, just the main people in media.
This is some
It's crazy how just a little bit of money And just this little campaign could just change so many sheep minds, you know. You know, on August 12th, man, I got paid by Seti Nash. And the only reason I'm kind of outing him is because he tried to rewrite the narrative with my logo still on there. So people were hitting me up like, what's going on? But like he paid me, he said, just take down the video because I want to re-release it on my channel. I'm about to do something.
No, so he just basically
Took the little money, I
wanted to
put it
get
on
paid
private,
more for it.
and like 5 days later, boom, it's everywhere. Trap Lord Ross, he running 4 or 5 different videos, academics, they all with this new narrative, Young Thug is a rat. Young Thug is a rat. It's crazy. So yeah, people start hitting me up. Because again, like I said, they just released it with my logo and artwork on there. So people like, well now, how did it just resurface? You know, somebody from Thug Team hit me. And I'm like, all I know is I got paid to take my video down. I send a screenshot. They see it's Seti Nash, and Dora reach out to Seti Nash, start going off on him. And that's why Seti Nash started with that burn it down bullshit all on his page, like he lashing out at Thug Team. Because I guess they
But you
kind of
started
hollering at
Seti
him behind the
Nash.
scenes. You know, I didn't want to out him, but y'all
You didn't
outed
put
me.
the
Y'all
video
paid
out
me
there,
to take it
but
down, put it out
you
with
put
my
the
logo,
video
and
out
now
there.
he's
You
a
know
rat.
what I'm saying?
And I did some digging, and I found out that Angel, the publicist,
You pay him to take it down
that's
so you
Seti
can put
Nash's
it back
publicist.
up.
That's Woody's publicist. That's Charleston White's publicist. So they all been going hard. Like Charleston White did the Say Cheese interview. Woody, he started a podcast. Seti Nash going hard. Like this is an organized campaign from right over there. Seti Nash started the payment. He sent the payment, but they all, that's where it's coming. I don't know how the jail calls are happening, and I haven't tied it back to Gunna, but it's crazy how they started this. It's literally coming down to bullying. They feel like Thug been bullying. So between Woody, who been bullied for ratting, Seti Nash been bullied for ratting, Carlton White been bullied for ratting, Angel the publicist worked with all them. They feel like, oh, we finna clip this up and do Young Thug bad. That's really what's going on right now. It's crazy because people been calling a Whack 100, Rat 100, you know.
Yeah, Whack 100, the
Trap Lord
police.
Ross get accused of ratting. Everybody who been loud about this shit, Rollo,
That's why you know
6ix9ine,
everything.
This is people who've been bullied. That's what's going on with.
Now, Angel the publicist does in fact follow and is followed by Seti Nash. And in her bio, it would state she's management for Woody, who's posted all over her page. In an older post, she'd even wish a happy birthday to her best friend, mentor, and #1 client, none other than Charleston White. So the blogger's theory of a smear campaign seems to be aligning as Charleston is locked in with Sean Cotton, the owner of Say Cheese, and Seti is locked in with No Jumper. So it wouldn't be hard for Seti and his alleged team to clip up Thug's interview, fire it off to all the blogs, who then repost the same shit on the same day as everyone starts firing at Young Thug simultaneously. Thug would respond through Twitter saying, "They didn't play my interrogation video in court because I helped my brother." Pee Wee Roscoe would then go live addressing the allegations, taking the Thug's defense, but he'd also start pointing the finger, calling Rollo a rat and other members of YSL.
What way to break it down? The best way. Hey man, a snitch is someone that comply with the government that's bargaining for their freedom when they have done something illegal. A statement, a rat, a snitching, it's nothing selective about that.
Man, you probably
You
ride
feel me?
with Thug because
If I go to jail right now and I got a co-defendant, and they charge both of us with murder, or they charge you with murder, but they don't charge him. There's no way it don't make sense. So I'm just trying to break it down in today's society, what a rat is, what snitching is. No selective politics, man. Jeff, clean this Listerine, man. Clean the Irish soap. You feel what I'm saying? I done the time. I did that. That's what you supposed to do. When you go in the interrogation room, that's what you do. He told you, man, we sell the Wayne Carter weed. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's
That's
snitching.
when a piece of paper stating Thug gave information on a murder came to light. But even this is old. I covered this 2 years ago, and his lawyer got it thrown out for being inaccurate. Reintroducing it 2 years
Just
later
Thug
was
said it
calculated
ain't
fuel
snitching.
to the fire of the smear campaign that was laid. Rollo would respond back to Roscoe and start firing at Young Thug through social media, and Thug would respond back saying, "Stop trying to make me one of these boys. Death before dishonor this way, kids." He'd even address the paper saying the motion got filed because the detective lied, which is what I said a year ago. But this was the most vocal Thug's ever been in his career, and the fact that he was responding to everything to defend himself gave the internet what they wanted. The internet had Thug panicking, and as we all know, the internet is undefeated. If you don't address a lie, it becomes the truth in the eyes of the people.
On the
And
real.
if you do, you're viewed as guilty for defending
They gonna
yourself.
believe what's ever put
So
on
you're
the
damned
internet.
if you do, damned if you don't. That's when 6ix9ine entered the chat.
Yo, I just want to know where all the energy at. The Young Thug situation. I stood quiet 2 days just letting it play
Yeah,
out.
he a
Watching
super
what
snitch.
excuses the people come up with. Every day, every year, every time a nigga come out, y'all move the goalposts further, 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 further. Oh, nah, bro, it's different. No, it's different, bro. It's different, bro. It's different. You told, like, before 12 in the afternoon. Like, that's a forbidden rule. You can't do that. No, bro, it's okay, bro, because he told after 3, like, bro, it's so easy. They tell you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything used against you could be used in the court of law, whatever the fuck the case they say. You have the right to call an attorney right now. You spoke for 2 hours. 2 hours. I'm not, it's me beating a horse. Like, I'm not saying that. Y'all heard what y'all heard. Where's all the energy at? Why hit everybody quiet? Why Lil Baby, 21 Savage's Future? Why you not saying nothing?
6ix9ine would take to his Instagram story calling out Atlanta rappers for being so quiet. But instead of responding directly like Thug did to Rollo, Thug would take to Instagram saying he's going to let the music talk, which didn't go well in the comment section. Now this is where he jail calls started getting released, and one of the first to come out was Thug calling QCP a rat and calling out Lil
they
Baby
leaking your
for
jail
saying
cards, Thug.
He did the same thing P did. Stood up in court. Man, that was wham. That was your ever get too, right? Man, you be preaching about that shit too, man. You can't do that, man. That's a fact, bro. Shit wrong about that anyway. Nigga a rat, bro. I understand all that. Nigga help put
So
you
what
on.
is you, Thug? You talked to the police for 2 hours.
Nigga is a rat. I don't give a fuck what happened.
Even if you didn't tell them nothing valuable, you still talked to him for 2 hours.
Whatever you talking about.
That's a long time.
Chain gang. Imagine telling them nigga and the nigga still beat the Kato.
Now QCP is one of the founders and quality control music. Signed Lil Baby and P was instrumental in putting into what it became. 3 paperwork would emerge claiming QCP was a rat. Not 1 but 2 signed statements from P himself. He would tell police he confirmed who shot him and killed his friend. The man would retreat to his vehicle to grab a gun and threaten to kill P. P would sign both statements stating he was in fear for his life. Now P's only rebuttal to snitching was that he wasn't a street dude, and before the man P snitched on could be found guilty, he was murdered in the streets. QCP would respond back to Young Thug stating, "Imagine some broke ass rats like Young Thug and Pee Wee Ratsko trying to run a rat narrative on me. And all my homies that I love running these hoe ass dudes knowing these dudes talk about me. I'm gonna say this for the last time. I'm not no street dude. I'm a tax-paying citizen that's running a business and taking care of my family. All the street dudes is broke, dead, and in jail. Why do y'all continue to glorify this shit? Streets been dead. Y'all dudes gave the city.
Ain't nothing cool about being
Rollo
in the streets.
would jump back in the mix with a strong
You're gonna have to grow up out of them
defending
eventually.
you gonna have to forgive him or you gonna have to eat that shit because I ain't going against it. Rollo would make it clear he wasn't going against P, and he isn't the only one, as Wack 100 would stop firing at Thug and would later admit it was only because of his relationship with QCP.
Is Young Thug still a blood, or is he just a rat now, from your perspective?
I mean, he's a rat. I don't, you know.
So that's official. There's no way around it.
No way around that. When he sent Roscoe out there to attack people, attack P, at that point it was all bets off. I told him on Academics Live that night. I said it's on now.
Yeah, Wack
I said, since you speaking for Thug, I said start tomorrow.
You know
now
too
you
much
gonna get the Wack
information
shit.
too quick.
At me, you, we going live. I'm gonna bring my team.
Everybody that did
on.
everything.
Seti Nash just came in as an exposure just right now for us doing this play we running. And Seti released them clips. Yo, I need 6ix9ine to go IG live after this live we running up here. Let that hit the internet. You go on 6ix9ine. Your job is to show people that you and Thug are the same.
Keep in mind, Wack didn't have this energy a year ago. He's solely going at Young Thug on
Ain't nothing cool about that. There's nothing to glorify.
But that's to be expected, knowing that QCP is worth hundreds of millions, and not too many people are willing to cut you off, especially when you make them money. But for these so-called street rappers, if everyone in the culture gets held to the same standard, then QCP definitely snitched. But if QCP was a white record label CEO, nobody would give a fuck. And it's the same.
Exactly.
Another jail call would have Thug and 21 Savage discussing Gunna. Thug was talking about when him and Gunna were pulled over with shit in the car, and Gunna said it wasn't his to the police. But 21 would actually take Gunna's side. Savage would even tell Thug that Thug was holding Gunna's career in his hands, but Thug decided to leave him where he's at because Lil Baby, Durk, and Future already cut him off. The decision was probably one of the worst made by Thug.
Nobody probably cut you off.
Man, you and Jeff Williams in the car. It was a gun and drugs in the car. What's it doing?
Didn't want to be in the mix of it.
100%, but you.
That's the only part I don't agree with. I disagree with you on. The other shit, he dead ass wrong. But that, like, nigga, it wasn't yours neither. It was the nigga who took the charge shit.
Yeah.
Cause I don't, in my heart, but I don't feel like Shawty did what he did with the intention of hurting you. Feel what I'm saying? I don't really get that vibe from him. I feel like he just green. That's just my opinion.
I just look at it. Goddamn, sure was thinking about that one day. Like, man, I'm just gonna goddamn. I ain't finna say nothing about this shit. I'm just woo, 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 woo. I might just be like, man, them folks did what they had to do. I don't feel like that was wrong. I swear to God, I was thinking about doing it, so, but I'm like, shit, what the hell? That's gonna change. Because I feel like it's really over with for your rap career.
You got to, you hold his career in your hand, bro. That's what I'm telling you. If you come out right now and tell the world what he did went wrong, because them folks already on the internet like, man, fuck all that. He rocking with them. Ever since he dropped that song, they like, man, we rocking with him. If you come out and tell the world that you was in agreement with that shit, his career ain't over. That's why I said, like,
I understand that part, but now think about niggas like
career ain't gonna be ever by a long shot.
Dirt, Pluto, niggas who I really fuck with, who like my brothers who already been like cut ties. Imagine niggas that y'all already done cut ties with a nigga, and then I come and
QCP would change his Instagram profile photo. Thug would claim bashing him would only fuck the rap game up even more, and 6ix9ine would shoot back saying, "This Batiman talking about bashing him gonna fuck the rap game up. You the reason the rap game fucked up. 85% of y'all be undercover ratting. We holding your fruity ass accountable for the street code you always wanted to uphold." Now a song would allegedly
tough on the track, then in real life snitching,
calling them both rats. And it's alleged the song leaked because Thug isn't actually allowed to make disses as part of his probation.
Yeah. Fuck that nigga old mama. He's still mad about baby mama.
Gotta be honest with y'all. I thought Thug's career was about to be clipped because they were gonna turn him into a gospel artist because they say he can't rap about violence and he can't rap about gang stuff, but he finally figured out a way. And I think y'all got him to the point where he's crashing out where he's like, fuck it, I don't give a damn if I violate my probation. So he's making probation violation, and I like that shit. I like that type of shit. Now, we did it in a very clever way. So they're acting like it's a leak. In reality, I think he sent it to a blogger, and the blogger acted like, oh, Young Thug's manager got hacked, and oh, here's the music video that he didn't want out.
Every time something go wrong, they always talking about they got hacked and all this stuff.
Hopefully works in court, because definitely Fonnie Willis is about to bring this shit to court. They're going to have a hearing for this, 100%. So hopefully works there, but at least we get Thug back on some shit, man. Wiping his nose, putting his thumbs down, doing all type of dumb shit. I like this type of stuff. Look like he ready to crash out. Shit. I'm surprised he ain't pull out a, what did he say? He put the brack in his brack? Like, I'm surprised he ain't pull out a pistol or something like that. I like Young Thug crashing out. So good job, whoever called him a rat. Y'all got Young Thug ready to go back to jail over his damn reputation.
With more and more jail calls leaking, Thug had dissed Gorilla, Drake, Future, Dirk. It would seem he gossiped about the whole damn industry at this point, and truth be told, if you've ever been in jail, you understand it. He was in confinement, only let out of his cell for a limited time to be on the phone, and didn't have shit else to talk about.
1 or 2 hours.
Gossip. This was regular jail shit, but the fact that it all got released and tactically released following his interrogation, those pulling the strings were succeeding in swaying not only the internet, but the industry against Young Thug. Thug would go on to do an interview, which would later turn to memes. In the hopes of clearing everything up, it would seem he was left defeated, posting an apology, and saying he's moving on with his life.
He wasn't defeated, he was embarrassed.
Understanding nothing he can say is going to change anyone's opinion, and he was going to move on. But he was wrong. Thug would bring up points in his interview that many laughed at and looked at as excuses, but you might view it differently if we reevaluate it and look back. Now, by far, the worst accusation is Young Thug snitching on Pee Wee Roscoe. And he told investigators, I heard Roscoe did it. And that sounds horrible without context. And that's why I'm here to lay it all out. Pee Wee Roscoe was arrested in May of 2015, a month after the shooting, with TMZ reporting the news. Young Thug would be arrested 2 months later in July, also reported by TMZ. While going to court, Thug would be pulled in for the interrogation and asked about Pee Wee. By now, 2 months had passed since Pee Wee's arrest. TMZ, the news, and all of social media had already reported on him being the shooter that shot up Lil Wayne's tour bus. So when Thug said he heard Roscoe did it, he's not talking about what he heard on the street. He's talking about what was already reported by TMZ, the news, and every single blogger.
You heard about what happened in
Roscoe, did he do it? And Roscoe said, hell no. He said the media said everybody was saying it was Roscoe. Roscoe did it to me. He said Roscoe and Wayne were great friends.
And if that wasn't enough, they tried to say Thug snitched by saying Pee Wee sold
so
drugs
what was the reason
Wayne,
if
which would mean
you ain't had
Pee Wee
nothing to do with
drug
it, why he shoot those guys?
They doing what now, brother?
I said them niggas was them more brothers than Burt and Wayne.
Oh, Roscoe and Lil Wayne were more.
He used to bring one his drugs. Like, trust him.
Thug telling investigators Roscoe sold Wayne drugs was him establishing a friendship between Wayne and Roscoe. Because if he sold him drugs, they were obviously cool. So why would Roscoe shoot up the bus? And Thug would triple down by essentially violating Roscoe in so many words and labeling him as soft to investigators, telling them he's the type to get slapped and do nothing.
Roscoe, like, he really like cool. Roscoe the kind of guy even goddamn like slapped and he'll like cry. So I really was like,
Again, he's attempting to make Roscoe seem harmless. So when Thug said he was trying to help his friend out of the situation, I believe him because his words add up. But to me, the craziest part of the interrogation is when he told the female officer he makes promises.
James, you did
Whatever
you want, okay?
Yeah, now that's crazy.
Yes, sir.
Promises, make promises. Just people keep promises. Whatever you anytime you ever like want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. What you tell the world.
What's your
I
number?
need to get a number.
Yes, you can.
Hey,
I don't have a number.
well, give it to me. If you ain't giving it to her,
The female investigator would say she doesn't have his number, the male investigator would ask for it, and the audio would go mute as Thug gave his number. In Thug's interview,
That's
he
crazy.
explained he was just flirting with the female investigator, but this was the same
she was just
vibe
making you feel
academics
comfortable,
picked
Thug.
up
She was
on
trying to
over
get
a
something
year
out of
ago,
you.
that she was the one flirting with him, making herself seem like a fan. In the beginning of the interrogation,
she's trying to
she'd
get
even
something
tell
out of you,
Thug
Thug.
to tell the other investigator what her nickname is.
She was in there so
what's going on, man? How you doing?
starstruck.
My name's David Racy.
She wasn't even doing her job.
I said I'll
She
take you.
Oh, yeah.
trying to get
That's right.
nicknames and
My nickname
autographs.
is.
Lives in ATL.
Sexy teeth. You do got nice teeth. You do got nice teeth. And you feel more comfortable talking with her?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
He really has. You have been the perfect jump.
I mean, you said it.
Yo, these fucking cops, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, again, Young Thug might be guilty. I ain't here to tell you they're guilty or not. But I hope y'all, you know, if you young in here and you watching this, and I know if you're an older person, you've ever been, you're a little more seasoned, you know they're playing good cop, bad cop. This shit is disgusting. You got the female cop acting like she flirted with him. Hey, how you sing that part? Oh, that's my thing. Acting like she's a fucking groupie, but she's not no groupie, nigga. She's here to do a job. She's trying to get this nigga to confess to some shit. Facts. But of course,
Exactly. She's trying to get him comfortable
this
so
fucking
he can
asshole
just start
about,
talking,
oh
telling
nah,
him
you don't
stuff.
gotta talk to me. You could just talk to your little groupie who you think is a groupie because she like your songs and she wants you to shout her out. Man, this is cap. She trying to put you in jail for 100 years, nigga. She want to go home and get promoted
Yeah,
off
she's trying to
locking
make
up
you
Young
feel
Thug,
comfortable,
nigga. She don't
Thug.
give two fucks about you.
She's making
Now
you
was
feel
Thug actually
comfortable.
trying to
The more comfortable
snatch?
she
Was
made
he
you
trying to
feel,
keep a line of contact so he can get a heads up as to what's being investigated? Nobody knows. But I do know this. Young Thug did not snitch. He told the police way too goddamn much. And what I mean is, this entire conversation shouldn't have even happened. And because Young Thug is who he is, the entire conversation is being used against him. Even though he didn't snitch on anyone, but because of the fact that it even happened, and that's what the street code is. Don't
it all
say
depends
shit.
on how you look
But
at
as
it.
we've all seen, rappers, gangsters, inmates, and convicts have all said more than what the internet
Told too much, snitch.
because it's
kind of
the
the same thing.
an
but it's
imaginary
all how
place
you
where
look
people
at it.
can be whoever they portray and type behind fake pages to escape their reality. That's why the internet remains undefeated. But back to the conspiracy. Again, it appears this was all a calculated hit, conspired by none other than the YouTuber SNITCHIN, who paid $500 to have the original interrogation video wiped from YouTube. Now, Trap Lord Ross
He paid him
reacted to the
$500,
interrogation,
so he
started
probably
firing off
made
videos. And Ross, being a good friend of mine, I
5,000,
decided to reach out
50,000 type.
and ask him what caught his attention about this old interrogation. Ross would give me permission to share our conversation publicly, and come to find out, Seti Nash sent the video to him. Ross would study the tapes, drop his reaction, and the next day, academics and Whack 100 were firing off videos. Even Ross would state he felt like Seti knew more than he was letting on, and Ross heard how Seti wanted this chain reaction to happen, but didn't want to be the one responsible for it. Which makes sense, because instead of uploading the entire interrogation on his own channel, it was uploaded to the Academy, a channel run by DJ Academics. Ack would then go on to react in multiple videos, but with a new take on things, as the entire internet at this point was shitting on Thug. So not only did Seti obtain the full interrogation,
It's all on how you look
he
at it, like
used
I
Trap
said.
Lord Ross as a pawn, knowing his
Told
reaction
too much,
would
snitch.
gain enough
It's still
momentum
kind of
that
the
the
same
blog
thing.
would pick up on it. Sending the interrogation to academics would give Ack an upper hand in reporting, And said his hands would be clean as all he had to do was watch everything play out. The fact that said he didn't even post it on his own channel makes it seem even more personal, because he didn't want the revenue from the content, he wanted Thug's reputation. Like I said, Young Thug didn't snitch. He just told the police too much when he should have and could have said less. He
That's
gave the
still
internet
kinda
the
like
ammo to be
snitching,
used
though.
against him. While Gunna may have a snitch title, he also has a shitload of fans, as does Woody and Charleston White. With that, just like they say in your Miranda, anything you say can and will be used against you. Now, I had to take my time with putting the information together for this video. I wanted everything to play out with the Thug shit, whatever else was gonna drop, I wanted to get it all. And then I wanted to more or less investigate how everything started. What is the reason the narrative changed? Why is something that was released back then being reshot out? To hear Seti Nash went as far as paying the original poster to take it down, sending the video to Ross, sending it to the blogs, letting everyone fire off while he sat back and watched everything play out. Hearing his connection to Woody, Charleston
He did it smart. Started something and got up out of there.
Fucking Rico case, you know what I mean?
Got the video,
I don't know
put the video out there and
all the details behind why Seti orchestrated everything how he did. I reached out to him because I fuck with Seti Nash. I don't got nothing against him. You know, everyone's doing their job, right? He want to go at somebody, that's on him. If I figure out all the shit behind it, I'm still gonna speak on it. I don't hold anything against Ack. Ack is speaking on the situation. Me and him have different viewpoints on different rappers. You know what I mean? I fuck with Ross heavy. I don't give a fuck that he's going against Thug. But in my opinion, I don't think Thug snitched. I don't think anything he said hurt anybody. Traplo Ross made a good point though.
It didn't. It just
the things that he did say were never used because PB Roscoe didn't go to trial. He'd gone to trial instead of taking a plea, could have been used against him. That's from Ross himself. Now I hope everybody can appreciate the time that I took to put this investigation together and essentially release this YouTube RICO charging Seti Nash with the conspiracy to take down Young Thug. And I mean, I gotta admit, bro, he literally, if this is what he wanted to do, he fucking did it. He did it, right? He took some old shit where nobody said he was a rat, remixed it, threw it out in a strategic manner, sprinkled in some fucking phone calls if he was behind that too, and got everybody to turn against him, which is crazy. And I don't really give a fuck about the type of blowback I get for this, but in my opinion, I don't think Thug snitched on any fucking body. Matter of fact, I can name countless rappers that said way worse shit.
Nobody, but
they got a pass, and everybody
if you
forgot
talking
about
to
it a month later.
Police that long,
you know, so I don't think Thug
no.
saying any of the shit that he said was snitching. I think he told the police too much because he had an hour, 2 hour long conversation with them. When he
when you didn't have to say nothing, Thug.
But a lot of what he said aligns with the narrative that he gave. I was trying to get my homie out of the situation. He told the police, yeah, I heard Roscoe did it. Yeah, because it was on the fucking news. You know what I mean? This isn't him telling them that before it gets released. He told the police, man, Roscoe, you can slap him. He ain't going to do nothing. So, we Dwayne, why the fuck would he shoot the bus? They cool. I understand why he said it. He just has to read. Y'all's thoughts and comments. I kind of know what y'all think about. I want to know what y'all think about Young Thug.
He ain't snitch, but if you talk to the police that long,
and I want to know how you feel about
it's something wrong.
Content being released.
Flirting, trying to get numbers. They were trying to make you feel comfortable, Thug. So
you could essentially create a narrative or create an image for a narrative.
Exactly.
Powerful thing. Because it can turn into a lot of dangerous situations. But hey, Jake, I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me. Until next time.
I don't know. Just don't make no sense to me. He probably ain't telling on nobody. But whenever you talk talk to the police and give them unwanted information. You told him Ratsko was a drug dealer, and he is. So that's kind of on the low thug. That's snitching. But until next time, like, comment, subscribe, holla.